During World War II, the skies over France were filled with surrender leaflets. The soldiers casually grabbed a few, planning to use them as toilet paper. They opened the windows, picked up a discarded cigarette butt. Tommy was just about to use the bathroom when gunfire suddenly rang out. He hurriedly pulled up his pants and ran. His comrades were gunned down one by German troops. Only Tommy managed to escape, leaping over a wooden board. But the Germans didn't chase him. They just kept firing wildly at the gate. Tommy tried to fire back, but his gun jammed. With the enemy's firepower too strong, he had no choice but to ditch his weapon and run for his life. When he reached the beach, it was already packed with soldiers waiting to evacuate. On a battlefield, one man fleeing is cowardly. But when 400,000 retreat together, it becomes a strategic withdrawal. In 1940, after the Germans took Poland, they didn't move east toward the Soviets. Instead, they pushed into France. The French coalition forces were defeated until they were cornered on the beaches of Dunkirk. Then suddenly, Hitler gave an unexpected order: stop the ground assault. German tanks were pulled back, and the Luftwaffe took over the offensive. This one decision bought precious time for the 400,000 soldiers on the beach to catch their breath and escape. But right then, German bombers approached. The soldiers scattered, dropping flat to the ground. But there was no cover on the beach. They were sitting ducks, left to fate. Tommy saw a wounded man lying on a stretcher, no one helping him. He looked at another soldier. Together, they lifted the man and rushed him toward the Red Cross ship, hoping to get him aboard early. But there were no spots left. They were turned away. When no one was looking, they hid underneath the pier, waiting for the next ship. There they overheard the officers talking. Churchill's lowest goal was to rescue 30,000 men, meaning 370,000 might be left behind to die. Suddenly, German bombers struck again. The pier was hit, and the Red Cross ship sank. Soldiers jumped into the sea to survive. One man got stuck, and Tommy reached out, pulling him free. Soon after, another ship arrived. Tommy and Gibson jumped into the water, soaked themselves, and pretended to be rescued survivors. It worked. They got on the destroyer. Everyone crowded in the back of the ship for safety, but Gibson stayed outside. He would rather endure the cold and hunger than be trapped in a confined space. Maybe the war had taught him one thing: out in the open was the only place that felt safe anymore.